Welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Elena Michaels and I am back and I'm going to do a card reading and guided meditation for you this evening, and this is for Wednesday, February 8th. I have not been on camera and I have not done a class for a couple weeks because I had COVID again and I lost my voice and I was sick, and now I'm better. So now I'm back. And I want to do a reading for you tonight. We just had a full moon on Sunday, and so the energy, we're moving right along here. I mean, January has come and gone so quickly. We're already into February. And so we're going to have a wonderful card reading and guided meditation this evening. Now, one thing I want to mention to you, excuse me, is for those of you who don't know, there's something that happens to me when I do this. First of all, these are not pre-recorded. I mean, they're recorded, but they are not premeditated, so to speak, and they are not written up. So basically, I just kind of ask for guidance, and I turn the camera on, and then I just get guidance about what to talk about. Sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's something. So we'll see what happens tonight. But it is very spontaneous, and it is in the moment. So what you're seeing happen is happening in the moment. The videos stay up and you can watch them multiple times if you like. A lot of people do that, and they tell me that they go to sleep with them. And don't worry about that if you're going to go to sleep with it, because people will tell me, oh, I wanted to hear everything you said, but I fell asleep. Don't worry about it, because your mind will remember what you need to remember. The seeds will be planted, and it's fine for you to go to sleep with the audios. And you will find something else that happens also. Every time you watch the card reading, you'll have something else come up for you. You'll get some other information, and it will be relevant for you at that time. Something else I want to tell you about is I start to release. And here's what I mean by release. My nose starts to run. It's already starting to happen, and I'm already well from the COVID, so that's not what this is. My eyes water, my throat needs clearing, my throat gets really dry, I might cough, my eyes, nose water, I yawn a lot. See, that's happening now too. What that is the energy being released from my body of the day, all the energy of the day being released, so that I can better transmit and channel down what needs to be said to you. The cards will be pulled on camera in front of you. I don't pull them in advance to read about them or study them. Whatever comes up, comes up. Okay? So thank you so much for those of you who sent me notes, wondering where I was and why I didn't record the classes. Now you know why. So, but I'm feeling better and all is well. Okay, so before I pull the cards, I want to just talk about something. You know, in our relationships with people, especially our primary relationship or someone we're starting to see or spend time with, it's really important that we be honest and transparent. Because if you think that there is a section of your life that doesn't have anything to do with this relationship with the person you're in a relationship with, you're wrong. Everything about your life has to do with the relationship you're in, because the person you are in the relationship you're in is the person that has had all those other experiences, all those other relationships, and is still having those other relationships and those other experiences. So if you're involved with someone and they say, well, that has nothing to do with us, or that relationship I have with so-and-so has nothing to do with us, that's a cop-out, because whatever relationship that person is involved in has to do with you if you're involved in a relationship with that person. The other thing I want to talk about is not necessarily lying, but withholding information. When you withhold information, you are blocking yourself and your energy. When you lie, you are blocking yourself and your energy. So that means other areas of your life may not be flowing the way you want them to. I like to use the metaphor of a tight-knit tapestry. You know what one of those medieval tapestries look like? They're really tightly woven, very, very tightly woven. And there's no light that can come through, okay? And they usually have pictures on them or images of castles or knights or whatever. but they're very, very tightly woven. Nothing can come through. If you hold them up to the light, nothing can come through. Whereas if you hold gauze up to the light, you know what that looks like. It's very loosely woven. So if you hold that up to the light can come through. So when you are wanting something to happen in your life and it isn't happening in your life, look at your life and see, is there an area that you're being dishonest? Is there an area that you're withholding from someone that you're in a relationship with? Is there an area where you're lying about something? These are questions to ask yourself. And see if there's some area of your life that isn't quite cleaned up, because if that's the situation, it's not going to flow. If you're trying to manifest something and you're frustrated because it's not manifesting fast enough and you're feeling like you want to force it to manifest. Hi, Nona, the meditation cat. She's agreeing. If there's something you want to manifest and it's not manifesting and you feel like you have to force it and like make it happen, I want to make this happen, and it's not happening and you're getting frustrated, look at your life. Are you being dishonest in a certain area? Are you withholding information in a certain area? Are you not being completely clean with the person you're in a relationship with? Okay? You've got to be clean in all areas for the energy to come to you, because when you are withholding or compartmentalizing that things don't have anything to do, that thing has nothing to do with this thing right here, everything has something to do with everything. Everything is connected. And so if you are having a certain area of your life and you are withholding from that life, from this situation here, you're withholding something from this situation to this situation, and you're not being completely clean or authentic, or you're saying things that you have no intention of doing, you're just saying them in the moment, but you're not following through, that's not being congruent. That's not being authentic. And if you're not authentic and you're not congruent, guess what? You're going to be forcing things to happen. You're going to be like that tight woven tapestry, and the energy, the blessings are not going to be able to come to you. You have to be loose like gauze. You have to flow and be honest and clean and clear all the way down the line. Clean and clear. If you're clean and clear, God, consciousness, the universe, Buddha, Jesus, whatever you want to call that energy, it's all the same energy, that can bestow the blessings on you that are trying to come your way. They cannot come if you are intentionally sabotaging yourself by not being honest and clear, authentic and congruent. So think about those things. If something isn't happening in your life the way you want it to, think about that. Are you hiding something? If you're hiding something, things can't come to you because you're sectioning off, compartmentalizing. You have to be available. You have to be available so things can come into your life that are trying to come into your life. God consciousness wants you to have everything. God consciousness wants you to be happy, feel loved, be in great relationships, express yourself creatively. And that can't happen if you're withholding in certain areas, or if you're lying about certain things to yourself or to others. Okay? So, enough about that. And being that we just came out of a full moon here, during the full moon, that's a time where things are sometimes hidden. If you look at the tarot cards that have moons on them, they're about, the Major Arcana card, as a matter of fact, has a card that has a moon on it, and it's all about hidden things that aren't being brought onto the light, hidden things that aren't being discussed in relationships, hidden things that are being compartmentalized as if they don't have anything to do with this situation right here. Everything has something to do with everything. It's all connected, people. It's all connected. And if you think it's not, you are sabotaging yourself. Now the nose is running again. Oh my God. Okay, the releasing is happening. I think I'm going to start with the cards. Okay, I did my little spiel. That's just something that came up that I felt guided to talk about. The other thing is, don't say you're going to do something that you're not going to do. Don't waste the energy. If you're going to do something, say you're going to do it. Don't say you're going to do something just for the moment to impress someone, to get them to like you, to get them to respond to you in a certain way. It's very manipulative. Just only say things you're going to do and then do them. If you're not sure, say, I'm thinking about doing XYZ. That's different than I'm going to do XYZ with you, or we're going to do XYZ, or I'm going to do this, or I am doing this. A lot of people spout off energy and say things that they really don't plan on doing, or they think they're going to do, and then they forget that they said they were going to do it. So just be real, just be real. No more falsehoods, no more veneers, no more superficiality, no more lying to yourself or others, no more withholding information. Just be open and honest and clear. When you are clear, the energy will come your way and things will manifest. If you are not clear, they won't. And then you're going to be all frustrated, and it's going to be because you've been in your own way. You've been in your own way, sabotaging your own progress and desires of what you want because you're not clean and clear. Think about it. Now, if you have a question that you want to have an answer to, think about that question or write it down. Right, Luna? Right, Luna? Write the question down, and as I go through the card reading, you may find an answer, or the answer may come to you in a dream state. The answer may come to you when you're driving in your car, or when you wake up in the morning in that delicate state between wake and sleep, when you're just kind of coming out of your dream states. The answers will come, and you can listen to the card reading part again, and you will see that even if you have a different question, you'll get the answers from the card reading if you watch it again. There's the yawning, releasing part. Okay. Also, the benefit of watching the card reading, some people like to skip through after they've seen it once, and that's fine. Do whatever works for you. But if you watch the card reading again, you may see things in it that you didn't see the first time. It's kind of like when you read a book again, you think, gosh, that wasn't in the book when I read it the first time, but you weren't able to receive it or be open to it the first time. So the cards have a way of shifting, shape-shifting, so that they resonate to what you are going through at any given time. And the other thing about the card reading part is as you start watching the cards, they start taking you into a deeper state of being, into a creative part of your mind and your subconscious mind, where things can be planted and begin to manifest. So don't discount the card reading part. It allows you to start going into a deeper level of being, so that when it's time to go into the guided meditation, bam, you go really deep. Okay? All right. So I'm going to choose from this deck right here. Oh, that was an interesting image, wasn't it? I'm going to choose from this deck right here and shuffle the cards in front of you. All right. So we ask the cards to surround us with beautiful healing white light, so that no negativity can enter into the sphere of us being here in this open meditative state during the entire meditation, whenever we watch or listen to the meditation. And I'm going to cut it. And please show us, cards, some answers for anyone who is watching or listening whenever they watch or listen, to give them answers to any situation, dilemma, question, query, circumstance they might have going on in their life. All right, cut. And here's the card. Okay, this is a 5 of Wands. I'm going to set it out here, and I'm going to take the card right behind it. I just feel guided to do that. Oh my God. Okay. This is the 9 of Swords. I'm going to take one more. Okay. That's it for this deck. All right, so let's talk about what's going on here. I'm going to choose some angel cards also. I haven't done this on camera for a couple of weeks because, like I said, I haven't been feeling well, but I'm much better now. I'm great. So I felt guided to take 3 cards from this main tarot deck. Let's see what we've got here. The first one is 5 of Wands. Wands have to do with air. They have to do with air and ideas. Now, you see a bunch of people here? It seems like there's like a little bit of conflict going on. Things aren't exactly flowing. And wands are about ideas, okay? And creativity. And we've got 5 guys here, and they're holding up these wands, and they're not exactly smiling. So I feel like they're trying to defend themselves, almost like they're trying to defend themselves creatively. So are you in a situation where there's a creative energy going on and there are other people involved, and maybe you've got to stake your claim and defend yourself and defend your ideas? That might be what this is all about. Think about that. Defending yourself, standing up for yourself, making sure you're taken care of, and there's a lot of ideas flowing around here, a lot of ideas. Let's see what else is going on. This is Swords. This is a heavy card. This is a 9 of Swords. 9s have to do with being alone, okay? The Hermit in the Major Arcana is a 9. We've got 9 swords on the wall here. And we've got a person who is waking up from a dream with their hands covering their eyes. And all of this is behind them. Everything they've had to cut through, everything they've had to deal with, everything they've had to process. Swords have to do with fire, and they have to do with cutting through crap. Just cutting through crap. So this person has gone through a lot, and they've cut through a lot, because swords just, they just cut through. They just cut through things. But the thing is, this person is a little distraught, looks like they're not sleeping well. But if they take their hands away from their face, they can see what's on the cover. The cover covering them, excuse me while I yawn. The cover covering them has the roses of the magician. They can still see. It's interesting. Look right here. Look right here. This is a little bit of somebody like reaching out, almost like attacking somebody else here. Okay? So these, the flowers on the cover, these are the flowers of the magician. They're roses. That means that if this person would simply stop being caught up in their own drama, take their hands away, they would see that they have the power to create and manifest what they want. These are the trophies of all that they've worked hard to do. They've cut through so much crap. They've done so much personal growth. But if something has happened recently that is traumatic or embarrassing or humiliating or depressing or sad, don't stay in this state. Take your hands away, look down, and remember, you have the power to manifest. You are a magician in your life. Okay? And now we have another 9. We have Wands, Swords, and Pentacles. Pentacles are the earth trip. Pentacles are money. Pentacles are career. This we have a woman alone, and she's very content. She's in a garden. She's got a beautiful robe on, and these are all the things that she's worked hard for. These are things on the earth plane, her career, money, and she's got a beautiful bird here she's holding on her hand. She's very content, very happy. So basically, you don't have to be a woman to be experiencing this. You can be a male, and this can be your feminine energy, the feminine part of you feeling content. You see, it's time to harvest the work that you've done. See the grapes? Time to harvest, okay? So the thing is, you've defended yourself and stood up for yourself against others who are trying to tear you down in the area of creativity, okay? You have cut through the crap and you're a little forlorn. Take your hands away from your eyes so that you can see you are still a magician that can still create what you want in your life. But this is a 9. So that means, along with this being a 9, that means you have to spend a little time alone. 9 is the hermit. And the hermit is the person who spends time alone and then emerges out again to shine their light in the world. They spend time alone to process things, to work through things, and they come out much more integrated, radiating light and holding the light. If you know the hermit card, he holds a lantern in front of him, and that light is what you shine out into the world, and the light shows you the way to go. So you have to allow yourself to be open. Remember the fabric that is loose gauze, so the light can come in, not being all tight like that tapestry where no light can come in and you're like hell-bent and determined this is the way it has to be. I mean, when one door closes, another one opens. And if a door is closed and you're banging your head against the door, move over a foot or two, you'll see another door open. Stop pushing, pushing, pushing. It doesn't work, okay? So defend your ideas, stand up for yourself. Appreciate the work you've done, the crap you've cut through, but open your eyes, take your hands away from your face, get out of this drama, and remember you still are a magician and you still can create what you want in your life. And enjoy the work that you've done. Harvest. It's harvest time. It's time to manifest all that you've worked for and to just enjoy life, you know? I mean, she's got a bird, she's looking at a bird, she's just enjoying life in a beautiful garden, in a beautiful robe, with a lot of abundance around her. 9 Pentacles. Pentacles are money, career, etc. You know, as I look at this card, I'm thinking about something. One of the things I've been dealing with lately is I have had an office for 34 years. I have worked out of an office, not the same office, different offices. The office I just am moving out of right now, that I've just moved out of, and I'm still integrating things in my house from that office and selling things that were in that office. I moved into that office. I don't like moving around a lot, you know, so I haven't moved that many times in 34 years. I've only been in 1, 2, 3, 4 offices in 34 years. But this most recent office, I moved into it on March 1st of 2019. And then at the end of 2019 is when I think I actually got COVID. And then I was sick for all of January 2020. And then I went back to work in my office for February, and March 9th was the last day that I saw somebody in my office there. I have continued to pay rent on that office since March of 2020. And now it's 2023, almost March. So I've been paying rent on it, and I really have only been there 6 times. I saw just a couple people in the office. Most of my practice now is remote. It's on the phone. I worked on the phone years ago. I mean, I've been working for years on the phone because I have people all over the place. I'm not limited by locale, and I can scan people remotely and tell them what's going on with them remotely. So I've been doing that for a long time. I didn't just start doing that when COVID hit. But when COVID hit, for the first few months, everybody was in a panic. Nobody wanted to go anywhere or spend any money. We didn't know what was going to happen. So my office sat there. And then when people started feeling like, okay, it's time to get back to my life, I started working with people who were not even in California, or they were in Northern California, or in different states like Texas and, you know, Arizona and Maryland and Florida and Tennessee and all kinds of different places. So, and even the people who are local, they kind of, they just want to work at home. They don't want to come into the office anymore. So I'm letting the office go. It was a big decision for me, very big decision. But as I look at these cards, sneezing is also part of the relaxing thing. I didn't mention that. This kind of feels like, this was kind of like, if I apply it to myself, trying to figure out, should I keep the office, should I let it go? A lot of ideas flying around. And defending my idea of thinking I needed to just, that I wanted to just continue to work remotely, which is going very well. This is cutting through all the crap, trying to figure out what I really needed to do. And I'll tell you something, there was a lot of grief for me at the office. I had been in my office a couple times since I decided to let it go. And as I was packing things up, just sitting there sobbing. because that was a big part of my life, working out of an office for 34 years. So it's like the end of a chapter, you know? Also, this past year, David passed away. And David was my partner I knew David for 50 years. You know, we were separated for a few years, but we were very, very close. And he was like family to me. And I talked to him every day, and I saw him so often. And he passed away in September. And then the office got disseminated, and the end of the year happened. And, you know, a lot of grieving right there, a lot of grieving. But cutting through the crap to figure out what I need to do, take my hands away and see I'm still a magician, I can still create. I'm just applying this to myself, so you have an idea of how to apply it to you. Here I am, after the office has been dismantled, and I'm just enjoying, you know, all that I've accomplished and continuing to work in a very relaxed state in my own space. You see, she's in her own garden. So I can continue to do my work on the phone. So those of you who have questioned about working with me privately, I'm definitely very busy, and I'm definitely doing that privately. I just am not seeing anybody in the office anymore. So, okay. Now I'm going to go into some angel cards. You know, I didn't do the God card. Okay, here's the God card box. Let's do a God card. Let's see what comes up here. Cutting the God cards. These are cute little cards, and they have some interesting things to say. Let's pull this, I think this pink one right here on the front. Let's see what it says. I already have no idea. I've got to get my glasses to even see. This is the card. Oh, I kind of like this one too. What do I really want? I'm going to pull this one out too, because I think that's a good thing to think about. What do I really want? Okay. Let's put the rest of them back in. All right, I'm going to start with this. What do I really want? Okay. God wants you to love yourself. Okay. What do I really want? Think about what you want. Because remember, take your hands away from your eyes, and remember, you're the magician. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? What do you want? Okay. This one says, inspiring the breath of God in spirit, I am inspired. Inspiring the breath of God in spirit, I'm inspired. Inspiration comes from your God consciousness, okay? And from your subconscious, when the seeds are planted from the guided meditation that we're going to do. The cards show me where to go in the guided meditation. And when you breathe in consciously, you are breathing in the breath of God. And when you breathe in consciously, you're breathing in spirit. And when you breathe in spirit, you become inspired. Conscious breathing is a very important thing to do. And even if you meditate for a few minutes and you just watch your breath come in, watch your breath go out, and in your mind, you exhale in happiness and health, or whatever you want, and you exhale out doubt, fear, anxiety. You just breathe them right out. Just breathe them right out in a conscious way. When you do that, you are inviting spirit into your life. Now, the other side of this says, let's read the other side, because there's two sides to these cards. This one says, my inner wisdom gently unfolds like a beautifully blossoming flower. And guess what? Your inner wisdom does not unfold unless you spend time alone. You have to spend time alone. Spending time alone allows your mind to start bubbling up those things. This person is spending time alone. This person is spending time alone. These are both 9 cards. 9 in the major arcana is the hermit who's spending time alone. So give yourself time every day to spend time alone and to allow yourself to receive the guidance that is trying to come into your life. Be open and loose, allowing the light to come in like soft gauze, not tight, busy, 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 busy all the time. Super sympathetic dominant. I talked on the phone today to one of my patients who is very, very tightly wound because of a work situation, and this person has no time to be alone, to regenerate, to decompress. And I tried to scan the person remotely. I'm not going to say if it's a male or a female. I tried to scan the person remotely, and I got blocked in the scan. And I kept seeing a visual of them in a bathtub by candlelight with Epsom salts. And then I saw a visual of them with candles lit in a room before bed, stretching and doing mild yoga poses. I could not continue the scan on their body. I'm able to scan people remotely. I could not continue the remote scan because that image was just like stuck there, and I couldn't get anything else. And I told the person that they were super sympathetic dominant right now, and they need more parasympathetic activity. Parasympathetic activity would be sitting in a bathtub with Epsom salts and candlelight for 20 minutes, and it would be doing slow yoga by candlelight before bed. That takes you into parasympathetic states. If you don't have a balance between parasympathetic and sympathetic, and you're sympathetic dominant most of the time, which is, I gotta go here, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta work. What happens is you get very out of balance, you get very drained, and your adrenal function goes really low. You tank out, and you get just exhausted. You just get exhausted. You're just wiped out. You can't think straight, you feel overwhelmed, you can't ever get enough stuff done. Too much needs to be done, you can't get to it. You just get burdened. You've got to take the time to let yourself get into a parasympathetic state so that your nervous system is balanced between sympathetic and parasympathetic. You're going to go into parasympathetic tonight, actually, on this guided meditation. I am feeling so warm right now. Woo, and it's not that warm out, but I'm feeling very warm. I kind of heat up a little bit when I do this. All right, let's go into the cards now. Let's go into some angel cards. All right, so let's see what we have here. Gosh, it feels good to be doing this meditation again. You know, I've missed it. I've missed being with all of you and doing it, and thank you so much for your concern and your notes that you've sent me. I really am so blessed and so honored, and I appreciate it so much. Right, Luna, we appreciate it. So let's ask these cards now to give us more clarification, substantiation, validation, and explanation. I've got some boxes here from some things in my office that were brought into the house here when the move happened, and one of them is on a chair that she usually sits on, so she's kind of like, hey, I sit here, how come these boxes are here? All right, continue to surround us with beautiful healing white light. I don't edit these. I mean, you're just going to get as it happens. That's the video that's going to go up on the YouTube channel. And I put the links on Facebook, so you can get it that way too. All right, more info, little substantiation, validation, explanation. Entrepreneur, okay. Been thinking about doing a business, been thinking about starting a project. Entrepreneur. And look at this angel. Again, lighting the flame, carrying the flame, lighting the flame from the source. Here's the source of the fire, and lighting the torch from that source, and then going forward, holding that torch to light the way. Light the way for yourself and others. And look at the face, completely glowing with light, okay? All right, let me tell you about this. My eyes are starting to water. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your initiation, your intuition, and divine guidance. We are your co-workers, the angels say. and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Wow, that's a beautiful card. Look at those mountains, very Maxfield Parish-ish. And look in the back here, there's people holding torches right there. People who want to follow you as you hold the torches, as you shed the light. This is really a beautiful card. I'm going to read to you from the book, Entrepreneur. This card comes to you because you're well suited to self-employment. You have the ideas, the drive, and the self-discipline required for entrepreneurial work. Yet, self-doubts make you hesitate. The angels reassure you that you have what it takes to succeed as an entrepreneur. They will guide and support you along the way, and as long as you follow through on this action, your success is assured. Here are some additional meanings. Your ideas for a business are sound. Ease out of your present job. That's funny. I just moved out of my office, right? Ease out of your present job by moonlighting with your desired business idea. Okay. Take action as you're guided with respect to your career. Fully commit to succeeding in your new business. So was one of your questions about that? Did you have a question about that? Was what one of the questions that you had about that kind of a situation for yourself? You know, everything has changed since COVID. People are working at home, they're starting home businesses, all kinds of creative things are happening. So the angels are with you. Just go for it and kind of ease into it. You know, keep what you're doing right now and kind of in your free time, do the thing you want to do and see what happens. All right, I'm going to choose another card from another deck now. Luna, what's going on, honey? You're very talkative tonight. Are you upset with mommy because I've got something on your chair you normally sit on? I have to move that stuff so you don't feel like you don't have your space anymore. All right. More clarification, more substantiation, more validation, and more explanation. Surrounded by white light. Give us guidance. Show us the card that resonates, that makes sense to those who are watching or listening, who want clarification for their situation, their question, their predicament. Cut the cards once. Oh, peace. This is a beautiful card. Look at the angel holding a dove. All right, I'm going to read you about this now. This is Archangel Shamuel. This is the watery eyes part. And the clearing the throat part. Archangel Shamuel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. I'm going to read you from the book about this. See, I lay these out because these become the guideposts for me when I'm doing the guided meditation for you. This is like the map. This is the map that shows me where we're going to go. All right, peace. Look past the surface of this situation and see the underlying truth, that everyone involved is a child of God filled with love. By focusing on this truth, you elicit loving behavior and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you'll have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. In working with Archangel Chamuel, when you wish to feel more centered, calm, and peaceful, call upon Chamuel. He is the Archangel of personal and global peace. He's very kind, loving, and sweet. And he'll evoke a pleasant feeling of excitement when he works with you. Know that Chamuel sees your true qualities and loves you unconditionally. Do not doubt you are loved unconditionally. Do not doubt that you have divine intervention and guidance available to you. Do not doubt that you have help from the unseen worlds to manifest what you want. Oh my gosh. The nose, the eyes. Oh my God. One more deck here. Oh my God. Is it really that far along? Oh my God. Let me pull this really quickly. I've talked a lot, but then again, I haven't talked for a while. So very quickly, we're going to choose this card right here. Let's see what comes up. Look through the situation. Okay, you got a situation going on? Look through it. See through it. Look at it on a deeper level. Whoops, my glasses just fell. Look at it on a deeper level. And everything's falling here. Look through the situation. You know, the situation is a surface appearance of things, okay? The surface appearance is always just a surface appearance. Where's my glasses? Here they are. Okay. Let's see. Where'd the card go? Oh, here it is right here. All right. She's picking flowers and carrying them. See? Beautiful purple flowers. Look through the situation. All right, let's see. Look through the situation. As an indigo, by the way, if you're watching this, you're an indigo, okay? You're probably an empath as well. You're probably very sensitive and have some psychic abilities. Otherwise, you wouldn't be vibing to my channel. So welcome to the tribe. So as an indigo, and you don't have to be a child, you can be any age and be an indigo. Indigos feel like they have to be of service to humanity. They want to make a change. They want to make a statement. They're not content to just, go through life unconsciously. They want to step it up and make a big change and make a point in their lifetime. And it's always of service to others and humanity. It's not an ego trip. So as an indigo, you may get caught up in the emotions in a situation and feel stressed or frightened. This card reminds you that life will continue long after you've gotten through this challenge and forgotten all about it. The angels ask you to concentrate on the good things in your life and see beyond whatever is going on around you. Look through the situation, right? One of the best ways to find resolution is by releasing the situation and allowing yourself to feel relief. Take time to relax, like I was saying, and imagine what it will feel like when this trying time is over. Trust that the angels hear your prayers loud and clear, and they will help you with resolving every aspect of this situation. When I moved into my current office, I had no help doing it, and I just felt like I had divine intervention. It just seemed to be, it just flowed when I moved into my current office, and the office was on Constellation Road, which I love the name of that road. And as we were driving from my office at that time on Smythe Drive, a couple blocks away to my office on Constellation, all of a sudden, as I followed the moving truck with all of my office stuff in there, as I followed the truck and looked up at the building up at the hill where my office was going to be, there was a beautiful rainbow that came out right above the building. And I just laughed to myself. I thought, thank you for the sign. I mean, it was bizarre that a rainbow showed up. I mean, it wasn't raining and a rainbow showed up. It was really magical. So we do have divine intervention, and we have help from the unseen worlds. We have to ask for it, we have to trust it, and we have to allow it to come into our lives and to assist us. And with that, I'm going to start the guided meditation. I just need to see what the timing is here. And now we're going to start the guided meditation. So, make yourself comfortable. When we did the meditations live in a big room in Santa Clarita before COVID, everybody just kind of laid down. Some people brought pillows and blankets, and they brought, sleep masks. Do whatever works for you, but I want your back straight, okay? No slouching. And if you want to lay down, that's fine. Just go ahead and let your back be straight. And close your eyes. And make sure you're not going to be disturbed. And here we go. Any normal sounds you become aware of do not distract you in any way. Instead, they allow you to focus even more on your own inner experience. And so with your eyes closed, let's begin to breathe consciously, allowing spirit to come in, allowing spirit to fill your being with light. The key here is to allow. Allow, allow, allow. Allow. As you breathe in through your nose, imagine what you want to manifest in your life. Happiness, health, positivity, creativity, creative expression, love, respect, abundance, joy, fun. Breathe in what you want and exhale away the opposite, which is what you don't want. Breathe in positivity. Exhale negativity. Breathe in happiness. Exhale sadness. Breathe in abundance. Exhale lack. Breathe in strength. Exhale weakness. Breathe in belief in yourself. And exhale doubt. Allow yourself to breathe comfortably and easily. Each breath, allowing your body to relax more and more. Allowing you to go deeper and deeper into your own inner world, your own inner sanctum of creative manifestation. Knowing that seeds are being planted and will be planted that will allow you to manifest your dreams and desires in the appropriate timing, knowing that you have help from the unseen worlds, and trusting and allowing it all to happen. Everything in its time. There's a time for everything. Maybe what you want isn't happening fast enough, but in due time, it will happen if you trust and allow and just flow with it, but still keeping your mind on what you want to manifest. Okay? There's a delicate balance there. Delicate balance between forcing it and allowing it, and still using your mental faculties to visualize and think about what you want. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0, and each count is going to allow you to go deeper and deeper into your own deep experience. Beginning on the count of 5, as your body begins to relax from the top of your head, down over your face, down through your jaw, down through your neck, coming down on the count of 4, down through your shoulders. Turn the light down a little bit. Down through your shoulders, down through your spine. Coming down through your arms, hands, and fingers now. The relaxation continues. See if you can perceive the tingling sensation of the relaxation coming out of the tips of your fingers. Continuing down, deeper and deeper now. On 3, as your entire torso relaxes and lets go, easily and gently. All the organs in your torso, recalibrating, regenerating, renewing on a cellular level. Because you are going into parasympathetic mode. And that is the only way your body can heal, regenerate, and renew. You cannot heal in a sympathetic dominant state. Continuing down on 2, down through the hips and thighs, releasing and letting go. That's it. Let go, let go, let go. And all the way down, even further, to 1, down through the ankles, the feet, the toes. Easily and gently. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 down to 0. And when I do, allow yourself to travel on the sound current of the tones that you hear to go even deeper. Going deeper and deeper still. Going from 1 down to 0. Letting go more and more. And letting go more and more. Deeper and deeper. Allowing and allowing. Releasing and releasing. You have a right to speak up, coming from a congruent, authentic, and clear place about what you need in your life, in your workplace, in your relationships, what you need in your life to feel comfortable, healthy, and well, to feel safe. You have a right to defend your creative ideas, the way you think, the way you perceive, the way you see situations. You've gone through a trying time. You've worked hard. You've done a lot of personal work, a lot of introspection, a lot of quiet time to really think about things, what you want and how you want them to manifest. Do not get caught up in grief. Do not get caught up in drama. Do not get caught up in sadness. Understand and know that things have been cleared away so other blessings can come into your life. Keep your eyes and ears open and remember, you are a magician. You can manifest. You can create. Very soon you will feel so content and so proud of all the work that you've done. You'll be able to harvest from the mental work and the visualization and the imaginings that you've done of what you want to happen in your life. Keep those visions strong. That's the work on the mental plane that must happen before it manifests on the physical plane. You are an entrepreneur. You have the ability to work for yourself. You have the ability to create for yourself. You have the ability to think outside the box and manifest outside the box. You are not a cog in a wheel. You are not just a person on an assembly line. You have the ability to think outside the box. You have the ability to think outside of the normal realms to manifest what you want in your life, to express yourself ultimately. Peace. You find more and more times where you feel at peace because you spend quiet time with yourself. Look through all situations. Look through the illusion of what's going on. Look through all the illusions. Trust and know that all is well. And drifting deeper and deeper. thank you for joining me. I honor you for taking this time for yourself. I honor you for giving yourself this gift of parasympathetic time.